I read all kind of comments on the internet about this pedal, that the mix knob is useless, that it doesn't do high gain, that it doesn't sound like a real guitar tube screamer, which is kind of strange because we always ask for bass-specific pedals. So, you want to know what I think about it? Stick around and like and subscribe. This will make me really happy. Obviously, there are so many ways to set up this pedal that you might be frustrated not to hear the setting you are curious about. So my goal, as with the previous reviews of this series, is to go through some settings I think sound good and I have fun with. Do bear in mind that you should experiment with the volume and especially the tone knob of your bass. You cannot imagine the different sounds you can get out of the same pedal setting just by messing around with the knobs on your bass. I think this pedal sounds at its best here. What more can I say? And it does great clean sound with this typical tube screamer, mid-range, forward, growly character. Check it out. The mix knob lets you blend some of the clean signal, turning the knob counterclockwise. It never goes full dry, nor does it need to. It just adds this little bit of clarity whenever you need it. And it slightly reduces the mid bump that is so typical of tube screamers. Bass and treble knobs do a discreet but very accurate job. They're very bass friendly. The gain knob, to my ears, is the most fun at around 1 o'clock and above, obviously. This effect is very dynamic, just like any decent tube screamer types of pedals. Once you pass a certain threshold, you start hearing the distortion sizzling, sounding similar to the saturation clipping of a mixing or recording console, for example. Listen for yourself. Compared to the Noble that was surprisingly good in the modern setting in the next song, the bass tube screamer has clearly more presence in the mids. However, the good thing about this mid presence is that you can lower the volume of the bass in the mix, allowing for more space for other instruments, yet maintaining the clarity of the bass. With this being said, I will let you go now. Thanks so much for sharing your time with me. Honestly, this pedal reacts like a tube screamer, sounds like a tube screamer, does beautiful mid-range overdrive like a tube screamer. So yeah, less hating and more loving, internet. Bye.